Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us, coming to you from Washington's premier indoor shooting facility. Of course, that's Security Gun Club right here in Woodinville, Washington. Hey, Hawaii. I got really bad news for you. See, you guys already found out last week that your state Supreme Court hates you. Well, guess what? So does your state legislature. Yeah, I was shocked to learn that apparently Hawaii has an assault weapon ban, but it didn't quite ban enough weapons. And I really honestly think that the legislative findings that starts off the bill that we're going to talk about today really tells you everything you need to know about the aloha spirit. So today, let's spend a few minutes, let's give everyone out there educated, and let's talk about tyranny in paradise. Hawaii moves to ban more assault weapons. Okay, Hawaii. Now, I haven't done a video on you guys in about 2 years, and suddenly, twice in a week, we're talking about you. Now, honestly, the Hawaii v. Wilson ruling will always and forever take the cake, but we're going to be talking today about Senate Bill 3196. What is Senate Bill 3196? Well, that's the assault weapon ban, and I know many of you in Hawaii are like, well, wait, we passed one of those years ago. Well, yeah, you did, and even though Hawaii is really kind of at the bottom of the list when it comes to gun violence, you guys just have not banned enough firearms yet. And candidly, we need to continue to ban firearms to be consistent with that aloha spirit. Don't believe me? This is the legislative introduction here to Senate Bill 3196. The legislature finds that the state has some of the strongest gun safety laws in the nation, and in 2023, the state received an A- rating from the Giffords Law Center to prevent gun violence. Additionally, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the state had the third lowest number of gun deaths per capita in the nation in 2021. The legislature is committed to protect the safety and well-being of its citizens. However, the fact that Hawaii is the only state with an assault weapons ban that fails to ban assault rifles and assault shotguns is inconsistent with this commitment. And so that is what this act does. Okay, now the effective date, if passed into legislation, when passed into legislation, will be July 8th of 2024. And then the importation, sale, offer for sale of any of these firearms will be forever prohibited until the Supreme Court gets involved, probably in the summer of 2025, but will be prohibited on the islands. Now, what this legislation also does is then greatly expand the definition of what constitutes a scary assault weapon or now banned firearm. And so what we're going to see here is not only a laundry list of makes and models, but also a lot of single feature test banning, which is a single feature is simply when the legislature says, hey, semi-automatic centerfire rifle that has any one of the following components. And then if it has any one of them, it now constitutes a scary assault weapon. So the new legislation would now define an assault rifle as follows. Assault rifle means 1, a semi-automatic centerfire rifle with an overall length of less than 30 inches. 2, a semi-automatic centerfire rifle that has a fixed magazine with the capacity to accept more than 10 rounds, except for an attached tubular device designed to accept and capable of operating only with .22 caliber rimfire ammunition. 3, a semi-automatic rifle that accepts a detachable magazine or that may be readily modified to accept a detachable magazine and has one or more of the following characteristics. And so this is what I'm talking about, the single feature. So semi-automatic centerfire rifle capable of accepting a detachable magazine and has any one of these things. A folding, telescoping, or thumb hole or detachable stock. B, a pistol grip. C, any feature capable of functioning as a protruding grip that can be held by the non-trigger hand. D, a flash suppressor. E, a shroud that is attached to or partially or completely encircles the barrel and permits the shooter to hold the firearm with the second hand without being burned, but excluding a slide that encloses the barrel. E, a bayonet mount. G, a grenade launcher. Or H, a threaded barrel capable of accepting a barrel extender, flash suppressor, forward hand grip, or silencer. Or 4, any of the following rifles, copies, duplicates, variants, or altered facsimiles with the capabilities of any such weapon. And then there is a big old laundry list, as you can see right here. We're not going to go through all of them. We will link the bill up down below so that you can go through it. So you have a list of makes and models or anything similar to that, and then you have the single feature test. But if you think that this is only about rifles, wrong. It's actually about a lot more, because it also bans a large category of pistols. Assault pistol means 1, a semi-automatic pistol that accepts a detachable magazine and has one or more of the following characteristics. A, an ammunition magazine that attaches to the pistol outside of the pistol grip. B, a threaded barrel capable of accepting a barrel extender, flash suppressor, forward hand grip, or silencer. C, a shroud that is attached to or partially or completely encircles the barrel and permits the shooter to hold the firearm with the second hand without being burned. D, a manufactured weight of 50 ounces or more when the pistol is unloaded. E, a centerfire pistol with an overall length of 12 inches or more. F, it is a semi-automatic version of an automatic firearm. I still don't know what the hell that means. There's more. G, a second pistol grip or another feature capable of functioning as a protruding grip that can be held by the non-trigger hand. Or H, a buffer tube, arm brace, or other part that protrudes horizontally behind the pistol grip and is designed or redesigned to allow or facilitate the firearm to be fired from the shoulder. And in addition to that, there is this long list, again, of all sorts of makes and models that now would fall under this law's prohibition. But wait, Hawaii, there's more, because, yeah, now there's this thing known as an assault shotgun, too. How is that defined? Like this. Assault shotgun means 1, a semi-automatic shotgun that has one or more of the following characteristics. So just any semi-automatic shotgun that has any one of these characteristics. A, accepts a detachable magazine. B, has a revolving cylinder. C, a pistol grip or thumb hole stock. D, any feature capable of functioning as a protruding grip that can be held by the non-trigger hand. E, a folding or thumb hold stock. A grenade launcher. Or G, a fixed magazine with the capacity to hold more than 5 rounds, or any of the following shotguns, copies, duplicates, variants. And then again, it goes on with a laundry list of shotguns by make and models that would also now be banned under this legislation were it to become law. What is the likelihood that this is going to become law? Well, what is the likelihood that the sun's going to set in the west tomorrow? What's the likelihood that the sun's going to rise in the east tomorrow? What's the likelihood that we're all going to die someday? Because we're talking about the state of Hawaii. Let us remember that this is a state whose Supreme Court unanimously said that the Second Amendment, both in the Hawaii State Constitution and that other one that we're all familiar with in the United States Constitution, it doesn't protect the ability to possess a firearm outside the home. If that's where the state Supreme Court is, where do you think the state legislature is? So, Hawaii, I know you got all sorts of problems when it comes to actually trying to exercise an inalienable right. I know there's all sorts of licensing and permitting that needs to go on. But listen, what is the likelihood of this becoming law? Incredibly good. If there is any opportunity right now to stock up, you might want to do so. Listen, it's Senate Bill 3196. We will link it up down below so that you guys can geek out on it for yourself. If you got any other questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, and in Hawaii, for you, that means nothing. You should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. If you don't, that's okay. That information is down there in the description box. Now, finally, let's everyone remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching. Stay safe.